There is something most men will never figure out. Not because it is complicated, not because it requires money, looks, or status, but because it is so simple, so quiet, so completely overlooked that it hides in plain sight, and the men who discover it become unforgettable to every woman they meet. Today, we are revealing 7 secrets that women deeply desire but almost never say out loud. These are not surface-level tips. They are psychological truths, backed by science and grounded in Stoic wisdom, that will fundamentally change the way women experience your presence. Stay until the end, because the final secret is the one that ties everything together and makes everything else click. The first secret is the power of touch before intimacy. Think about the last time you were on a date that felt right. The conversation was easy, the energy was good, and yet something was missing. You dropped her home, sent a text, and then silence. The connection that felt alive somehow disappeared. Most men blame the conversation, but the real missing ingredient was something far more fundamental, something no amount of clever words can replace. Touch, not aggressive touch, not needy touch, intentional, gentle, meaningful touch that communicates something her nervous system understands before her mind has a chance to process it. A woman does not just connect through words. She connects through sensation, through the feeling of being physically close to someone who makes her feel genuinely safe. A gentle hand resting on her lower back as you walk through a door. A brief, warm touch on her shoulder during a moment of laughter. The slow, unhurried way your hand finds hers and does not rush away. These gestures say more than any sentence you could construct. They say, I see you. You are safe with me. I'm not here to take something. I am simply here, fully present with you. The difference between most men and the rare few who understand this is straightforward. Most men touch with an agenda beneath the gesture, a quiet hope for something in return. Women feel that agenda instantly. It creates tension instead of safety. But the man who touches without expectation, who is simply and genuinely present in the moment, becomes something rare. He becomes safe. And safety, counterintuitive as it sounds, is the foundation upon which real desire is built. Marcus Aurelius said it plainly: stop debating what a good man should be. Be one, the same applies here. Do not overthink the gesture. Simply be present and genuine. That is where the power lives. The second secret is mastering the art of flirting with respect. Too many men believe women do not enjoy flirting. This is one of the most costly misunderstandings a man can carry. Women love being flirted with, but how you do it is everything. It must be done with subtlety, with genuine confidence, and above all, with deep respect for her as a complete human being. Real flirting is not a script or a performance, it is energy. It is the ability to keep a conversation light and slightly charged without pushing. Think of it like a dance you lead. She follows naturally, and neither person feels forced. Here is a simple example that illustrates the difference. She tells you she loves Italian food. The average man says, me too, and the conversation flatlines. The man who understands flirting smiles, leans in slightly and says, really? Then you clearly have not tried my cooking yet. That is it, confident, easy fun. It invites her to play without demanding anything. No pressure, no performance, just natural energy. Here is the critical distinction most men never grasp. They flirt for approval. They say something playful and then wait, almost visibly monitoring her reaction to tell them whether it landed. That waiting energy, that need for her validation buried beneath every comment, is what kills attraction instantly. Women are drawn to men who genuinely enjoy the exchange, without needing it to go anywhere in particular. A man of real value flirts because he enjoys the interaction, not because he needs a specific outcome from it. He remains calm whether she laughs or not. And that calmness, that complete absence of desperation, is magnetic in a way that nothing rehearsed could ever replicate. As Marcus Aurelius understood, the obstacle in the path becomes the path itself. The more naturally you apply this, the more you will master the art of attraction in a way that reflects genuine character and respect. Attraction grows in the space between words, in shared laughter, in that quiet look you give her when she least expects it. That balance is everything. The third secret is the power of touching her hair. This is one of the most intimate gestures a man can offer, and almost no one does it in a way that actually leaves a mark. The scalp is one of the most nerve-rich areas of the human body. When a man gently runs his fingers through a woman's hair, something happens that goes far beyond the physical sensation. It is deliberate. It is present. It communicates care in a language that bypasses analysis entirely. Most men who attempt this rush through it, treating it as just another movement. But the Stoic approach teaches us something different. Slow down. Be fully present in the moment. Let each small action carry meaning and intention. It is not about force or trying to create an impression. It is about being genuinely in tune with where you both are. Letting your touch convey something that cannot be said. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That same wisdom applies here. The man who touches her hair with patience, care, and unhurried presence speaks volumes without uttering a single word. Do not rush through the moments that matter. Savor them, and watch how the impact of something so small speaks louder than anything you could say. The fourth secret is a hand on her back in public. In the maze of modern relationships, where everything moves fast and most gestures are hollow, this one stands apart in its quiet power. A hand placed gently on her lower back in public might look like a casual, fleeting thing to an outside observer. But to her, it communicates something far deeper than physical contact. It tells the world, and more importantly, it tells her that you are proud to be with her, that you see her, that you are present, that whatever comes at you both, you face it standing together. When you place your hand on her back, you are not just offering comfort. You are offering something that women instinctively crave and rarely receive: emotional security, the quiet assurance that you are a constant, a pillar of steadiness in a world that rarely stops long enough to offer that. In today's environment, where distractions are endless and people are always partially somewhere else, this simple gesture sets you apart completely. It is not grand. It is not dramatic. It is grounded. And grounded men are exactly what women remember long after the conversation is over. The fifth secret is showing real protection in difficult moments. This is the secret that 99% of men overlook entirely, and it is the one women feel most deeply. It is not about physical strength or boastful declarations of toughness. It is about something quieter and far more powerful: calm authority in moments of uncertainty. When the world gets complicated, when someone is rude or dismissive toward her, when she feels uncomfortable in a situation, your ability to step in and shield her through your solid, grounded presence makes all the difference. Not through shouting, not through confrontation, through the quiet certainty of a man who knows how to hold space without flinching. It shows up in the small moments: standing beside her during an uncomfortable conversation, offering reassurance without saying a word, making her feel that no matter what is happening around her, she is not facing it alone. Marcus Aurelius said the best revenge is to be unlike the one who caused the harm. Protecting her dignity, standing beside her with unwavering calm, does not just build her trust in you. It activates something primal in her, something that recognizes stability and reliability as the most attractive qualities a man can carry. You become her anchor. You become irreplaceable, not because of what you said, because of how you made her feel when things got hard. The sixth secret is the power of sharing something genuine and vulnerable. Imagine telling a woman, "I had a dream about you last night." That simple, unguarded statement communicates something that no curated line ever could. It tells her that she has been in your mind, even in the unguarded hours of your sleep. And that kind of honest, unfiltered revelation creates an unexpected bond, something real, something that feels different from every other conversation she has had. It is not about manufacturing intimacy. It is about allowing something true to surface naturally. The Stoics believed that authentic vulnerability is not weakness. It is strength with honesty at its center. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you allow your genuine feelings to surface, when you stop performing and simply share what is real, something shifts between you and the person you are with. She sees beyond the surface. She sees someone who trusts her with his inner world. And that trust, offered sincerely and without agenda, creates the kind of emotional closeness that most people spend years searching for and never find. In relationships, it is not the grand gestures that create lasting bonds. It is the small, genuine moments of honest openness. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." When you choose to invest your emotional honesty in a moment of real connection, that investment returns more than you might expect. The seventh secret is the power of listening, to understand, not to respond. Most men sit in conversation, composing their next interesting line while half listening to what is being said. They are performing, not connecting, and women feel that absence of genuine attention in a way they cannot always name, but always notice. Listening, real listening, where you put down your phone, stop rehearsing, and simply absorb what she is actually telling you, is one of the rarest and most attractive things a man can offer. Not because it is a strategy, because it makes her feel something she almost never feels. Truly heard. When she shares something with you, a frustration, a hope, something that matters to her, ask a question that proves you were actually present. Not something generic, something specific, something that shows you caught the detail most people would have let pass. That level of attention is genuinely uncommon, and rarity creates value. When a woman feels truly heard by a man, she begins to trust him with parts of herself she protects from almost everyone else. And that trust, deep, earned, real, is what creates attraction that does not fade. Epictetus said it simply, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." That is not just wisdom. It is the most practical relationship advice ever written. Now, understanding these 7 secrets changes things, but applying them is what actually transforms your life. Most men will watch this, feel it land somewhere real, and then return to the same patterns. Tomorrow, chasing, performing, wondering why nothing shifts. That is the 99%. That has always been the 99%. But the man who takes this seriously, who embodies these principles not as a set of techniques, but as a genuine way of moving through the world, becomes something rare. He becomes the man women compare every other man to, not because he tried harder, because he understood something deeper, because he was present when others were performing, because he listened when others were waiting to speak, because he touched with intention when others touched with expectation. That man is available to you right now. Not someday, not when you have figured everything out. Now, in your very next interaction, the choice is yours. Stay in the majority, or step into something grounded, something real, something that most men will spend their entire lives never discovering. Stay calm, stay intentional, walk forward with quiet confidence. That is where everything worth having actually lives.